I moved to America in December 2011. I moved to America. I didn't speak any English. I moved to America by myself. In 2013, I was in I was introduced to my first credit card, and I didn't know about I didn't know anything about credit card. I thought that when you have credit card, that's your money. You can do whatever you want with it, and you can spend it all, no problem. Fast forward 2020, 21, I was deeply in it. I remember in 2020 and 2021, I owed over $80,000 in debt, car debt, IRS, credit cards, without IRS interest, car loan interest, just on credit cards. I was paying over $500 in interest every month. That's crazy. Over $500 just interest alone. I was super stressed out because I was paying way too much on interest every month. So I decided to pay off my debt and get out of that crap. I was working and then driving Uber on the side after work and on my days off. So 2020, 2021 was a good year because there was a pandemic and a lot of people were not driving and it was super busy on Uber. And I decided to quit my regular job to drive Uber full time. I was making crazy money just driving Uber every day, you know, just I was making over $2,000 a week just driving Uber. I'm talking about after expenses. It was really, really, really good. I made this kind of money. So I was just putting my money towards my debt, pay off IRS because the interest was way too much. Because I remember I was paying $200 a month for IRS and only $120 was going towards that debt and $80 on interest every month. I was so pissed off. I was crazy. I'm like, no, I'm not paying this kind of money because that was way too much. I decided to work and just pay it off. I owed over $5,000. I paid that off and I was just putting money towards my credit card. So what I did, I listened to Dave Ramsey once and I'm like, well, that's a good idea. So you know, I decided to tackle um, the smallest first and then keep going. So paid off the first credit card, the second one, and so forth. Um, and after that, I remember the other thing that I did also is um, I had a collateral loan where I had about $15,000 because it was super busy on Uber and I was making good money. But I'm like, damn, man, paying all that debts and then I have no money saved up. And I decided to save $15,000 and I borrowed money against my money. So it was a collateral loan where I was paying only 2.5%. So I took out a loan, a collateral loan, and I paid off a bunch of credit cards. And at the same time, I'm like, well, since I don't have a retirement account, so what am I gonna do? I can't just keep driving Uber until I'm 70 and 80 and I have nothing saved because I have to have something. This is when I started doing some research about investing, how to open a retirement account. So the first thing I did, I opened a Roth IRA account. I didn't know the difference between a Roth IRA and traditional IRA. So I learned about that and I decided, well, I think Roth IRA is the right thing to do. I opened a Roth IRA account and I put $5,000 in that account. That was in 2022. Now I had less debt. Even though I still had debt, but I'm like, well, I can't just keep paying debt and then I don't have anything for my retirement. So I decided to cut back on paying off debt and then invest some for my retirement account. Um, I decided to invest some on my retirement account. Um, in 2022, I put $5,000 on there. In 2023, I put $6,500. That was the amount that I could contribute for that year. So now I have over $17,000 on that account. Um, I paid off my car loan. I paid off my credit card debt. I don't owe anybody any money. I paid off all my debt. So now I do have a positive net worth, which is good, you know. Um, am I going back into debt? No, I'm not doing that anymore. It's too stressful. I'm not doing that. You know, I'm trying to stay away from debt because debt is bad for me. I'm not really good at using credit cards or anything like that. So I don't budget. I'm not really good at it. I don't even try to budget. So what I do, I invest my money and then I pay bills with what's left. So my investment is automated. So every week I do have money going to my brokerage accounts because I do have different ones. I have um my retirement account and I have a taxable brokerage account. I do have money going to that account um every week. So far so good. I've learned a lot. I'm driving a car right now with 400,000 miles on it. I could have bought a new car, but I'm not doing that because I just need a car to go from point A to point B. I don't really drive Uber anymore. I only drive Uber to fund my retirement account and my taxable brokerage account. So I drive, I make 250, 300, $400 a week. I just invest all that money every week. That's what I do every week. Just drive a little bit, make some money, and invest that money. So far, for this year, I maxed out my Roth IRA account and I invest an extra um, $100 every week to a taxable brokerage account. So I think I'm in a good place now. Um, my goal is to be financially independent in 10 years. So we'll see how that goes.